You have no new notifications or reminders. Happy New Year. May all your wishes come true in a bountiful year filled with health and joy. Well, seeing as we are already going to get evicted, let's go ahead and buy the most expensive thing we can, which is this. Ta-da! Rad Sheba. Look at that. That's great. Can't afford this yet, but, oh well. Can we still afford something from the table? I actually like the bullet thing anyway, so I'm going to keep it out of that. Okay. So there's no new notifications, no new reminders, so let's go ahead and make a save. This is now day 19? Yeah, day 19. And the water demon's back. Hello again. So we went to a walk, but then some family stuff happened. We ended up walking a little bit, and we go near to a bar. We saw him, and we just sat and rested there. He's the one that usually brings me back home from the city to the town. Oh, that's very nice of him. Yeah. So did you talk about anything new as such? Like, I mean, this is an assumption. Oh, you said something else. Long-time friend of the family. When I say friend, it's because I see that friendship too. But don't imagine a young person around my age. He's 60. Oh, okay. That makes sense, actually. Yes, so friend of the family means that they probably know your mum. And then, obviously, by extension, know you. Cool. That's good to know. I mean, I'm trying to think. I don't actually have any, like, friends of families who are older than me that aren't, like, just family members. So, it's cool to have someone like that. Cool. Alright, well, son of a bitch. I think she's saying that because of the red Shiba wallpaper. Let us go to work, but not really to work. Saturday, December 31st. Well, let's see. Gil is in the back getting everything ready. I'll go grab some food I've ordered. He only agreed to work on New Year's if I went to pick it up myself. Are you alright? I'm scared. Gaby will show up at any minute. Relax, everything will be alright, I can assure you of that. Drink something, maybe that'll cheer you up. Maybe. I'll leave you for a bit, but keep your chin up. If you get through this, I'll give you, I don't know, a hug. Does that work? A hug? A big one. A reward for after everything's said and done. Gotta go, you can do it. Right. Everything's fine. You've been avoiding this for all these years, now it's time to face it head on. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything will be better after I talk to Gaby. Boss might even give me a hug. I'm okay. Hello? Gaby. Come in. Excuse me. Welcome to Hey! You talk first. No, well... Some days ago I got a letter. And even odder than getting a letter is the fact that it was from your sister. A what? My sister sent you a letter? That's the first I've heard of it. What did it say? I don't know. I've never opened it. At least not until now. Huh? I figured I should read it with you. Reaper's family friend usually brings me home because he works in the city, but has the family and all the things in town. So basically, he goes every day to the city around an hour and returns every day to another hour. Oh, so it's like he has... So he has a 2-hour commute every day then. So it'd be like, I don't know, living on the outskirts of London. Like, you have a town on the outside. You travel into the city to do work, but then you know, go in and out. I prefer to rent a flat, but he basically has the whole family here. Makes sense, makes sense. Yeah, let's do it. Let's read it. Alright then. Sorry. Just that? Yeah. Isn't there anything else in the letter? Maybe on the back? Ah, this is just like your sister. I spent days worried about this letter, not wanting to open it for fear of what it might contain. I lost sleep and appetite thinking about it. And after all these worries, all those problems, after all these years not talking to her, she just sends me a letter. A fucking letter of all things. And she just says sorry? Sorry for what? For our fight? For not talking all these years? Ah, now I'm fucking pissed. Are you laughing? Sorry, I remember all the times my sis provoked you that way. Like that time where she gave you chocolates labelled 1, 2, and 4 during Valentine's Day. And you were pissed about the lack of a 3. Oh, that time when you left an unopened beer bottle on the table, she sneakily opened it and took a sip? She didn't tell you she did it, and you were confused all day long. She always bragged she knew me like the back of her hand. If the letter was supposed to piss me off like that, I guess she had all the rights to brag. Maybe she was being sincere, though. She did express to me that she was sorry on more than one occasion. She did, huh? You told me she died from localized nanomachine rejection, right? In her heart, yeah. Instead of the massive rejection that always makes the news, her case was more focused. They usually amputate or replace the part and call it a day. But organs are different. The condition made her susceptible to transplant rejections. Not to mention artificial hearts and genetic treatments were out of the question. Yep. Thing is, apparently she suffered that since she was 18, but she kept it a secret from everyone. Why? Hell if I know. I was angry to learn she hid it. Why didn't she tell me? Was it to avoid worrying me? Was she ashamed? What was it? Wait, how did she live so normally then? She had to use a serum. Shots near her heart every 3 days. Apparently the serum burned like hell. The shot even left her a nasty mark where she had to apply them. So the thing near her left breast wasn't a birthmark? And the rejection was what ended up killing her? The nanomachine rejection was what ended up killing her, but they couldn't find what made her so vulnerable. The doctor said she might have missed a shot, or the shots made her other defenses grow weaker. The condition could have just gone nuts out of nowhere, or maybe it was blood pressure. Maybe it was a regular heart attack and the reaction acted afterwards, they don't know. She kept it a secret from everyone, so nobody knows. Maybe if she told me about it, I could have helped her. Maybe she'd still be alive. Maybe she wouldn't have faced it alone instead of just dying in her sleep. Thinking about what ifs won't bring her back. Huh? I spent so much time harrowing myself with what ifs after you told me she died. What if I waited to cool down a bit back then? What if I just swallowed my fears at that very moment? What if I'd apologized earlier? What if I'd given a chance to the research institute back then? And the amount just increased threefold after I lashed out at you the other day. But today I realized something. Having such regrets with the dead is a hollow effort. You're alive, you're here. I can make amends with you, but I can't make amends with the dead. I can't apologize to her like I can't apologize to you right now. Chill. Lenore, she's resting now. She's just resting after having that heart condition all these years. She didn't have to face it alone, though. If only she... So, let's celebrate her life and achievements. If we are to mourn, let's mourn her together. If we are to honor her, we'll do it together. Together? Lenore was a fun-loving person. The best we can do right now is try to lighten up, even if it's only for a moment. I need to ask, though. Did she really start to complain about chest pain shortly after I left? No. She didn't get visibly worse after you left or anything. Everything was actually too sudden. She did complain about chest pains from time to time, but that actually goes way back before you left. Back then, we thought it was just acid reflux or something. God, I even blamed her death on you. I was just too angry back then, and part of me just wanted to put the blame on someone or something. And you didn't deserve that. Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry too, you know? We both have things to apologize for. Don't think too much about it. I should have been mature and not shouted at you either, so... Let's just call all that water under the bridge, shall we? Are you sure? Of course I am. So, how did you find me exactly? Well, have you heard of a message board called Danger U? What are you doing on Danger U? In Reaper's case, it's not a town or a little city near the city. It's not a bedroom city. A direct translation from what we call Ciudad Dormitorio. Basically, a little city, town, or community that's near a big city and basically has lots of houses or flats to live and not that much commercial or industrial stuff. Okay. Ciudad Dormitorio. Trying to think what an equivalent would be. It sounds like it's a housing estate. Like in the UK, we have plots of land which are new builds, and those new builds can be a certain distance away from a major city, for example. And then they might live in like a complex which has like a supermarket or I don't know, basically just shops that people need, whether it's like a hairdresser's, charity shop maybe, stuff like that. I don't know. Ciudad is city, dormitorio is bedroom. Okay, a bedroom city. Yeah. I saw the term commuter town. That sounds more likely actually. So it would be somewhere people live to be able to travel in, because otherwise if they lived somewhere else it would be too far away. Something like that. I have, yeah. Well, truth is that I visit from time to time. And the other day I read a thread that discussed the bar. And the description of the bartender sounded just like you. Are you mad? No, not mad. More like dumbfounded. Hey Jill, can you tell me what the problem was back then? What's about that fight? Weren't you happy with my sister? Well, back then I didn't know what to do with myself after I graduated college. I went in and pretty much hated my last couple of years there. It's not far-fetched to think that I only tolerated being there because your sister was with me. Had she stopped supporting my studies, I would have quit right then and there. And then after graduating, I got a very good job offer that she accepted on my behalf in no time. She kept saying it was the best for me and my future, but I was livid. Why did she have to do that? I hated it. I didn't even know if I wanted to go there, but she still insisted so much. Like she was forcing that burden on me. And then my became our future, and she started talking about marriage. You were gonna get married? I don't think we ever took it seriously. It was just something she kept mentioning. Not like we didn't think about that down the line, but she mostly teased me with it. But the thought suddenly scared the shit out of me. I loved her, but I don't think I was ready for such a commitment, especially considering what she did. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I wasn't going to let her decide such a big thing for me. I mean, she could be really pushy from time to time. Like I said, I pretty much passed college thanks to being with her, and that was partly because she was so pushy. Even if she had the best intentions, she could be abrasive from time to time. And it rained down on me at that moment. She took it upon herself to make that choice for me. What would have stopped her once we gotten married? What if she suddenly decided to craft my life to her needs after marriage? I knew her. She would do it thinking it was best for me. But what about my freedom? My say in the matter? So that's when you stopped loving Lenore? No. I never stopped loving her, which is why it hurt so much, but you have to understand. I didn't want to wake up 40 years old and working a job I hate. Just out of routine, getting used to it. I wanted a break from everything for a while to put my thoughts in order. Regroup myself, think carefully about what to do next. I can understand. I've sometimes felt the same, although I'm not even in college. So that's what led you two to fighting, huh? You know, the word fight makes it sound like we exchanged blows or something. It's all silly when I think back to it. Tragically silly. Maybe I was the one who started the fight, getting all defensive about not wanting to take that offer. Perhaps if I didn't overreact to her arguments about wasting this huge opportunity. Maybe she wouldn't have lashed out at me this bad. It could have been avoided if I had just kept a cool head and talked about that with her. My sister said something like that. Quote number 17, well guys. Did you mean to quote that? Because that's very accurate, because I have no idea how many quotes are actually in the database. Huh? I told you she mentioned on more than one occasion how sorry she was about the whole thing, right? Should have listened to her to the end, but instead I kept pushing her. I should have kept a cool head instead of letting my jealousy take the best of me. It was her offer, not mine. Should have stopped projecting myself so much into her. Something like that. Yeah, Reaper's gonna go and lay in bed. Bye, everyone. Bye, Reaper. Thanks for joining the stream. We'll see you again next time. Lenore. Yeah, we're quite the hotheads. You, me, my sis. You were supposed to be the mature one, you know? Play your role correctly. Why didn't you come back, Jill? Did you end up hating us that much? Did the break include us too? No, it's just that... I forget... I think there are 19 or 18 quotes, I think. I forget you're from London. I don't know if it's because I expect more of an accent or I just got used to it. So, we're not actually from London, but... so I'm from Manchester in the UK, which is the northwest. Reaper's testing out all the different quotes. Crippling debt is a funny thing, actually. But Pimmsy and I both lived down south. Not too far away from London, actually. And I have to go into London every now and then for my job. And in fact, if it wasn't for the whole pandemic situation, chances are I would have had to go to London a few more times. So I know kind of like the area around-ish London, but the idea of living in a commuter town to be able to go into London was something that me and Pimmsy did. Because it was like, well, we want to move down south. We want to make sure that we live somewhere that is close enough to where my job is based, but also close enough to get into London, because that might be part of the job. So yeah, bye Reaper. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again soon. Remember when your sister was giving a class and you broke a window? How you didn't want to see her for fear of being scolded? But my sister wouldn't have scolded you. But I was afraid. Dead afraid. I couldn't bring myself to face your sister. But I faced her back then, and I was like 7 at the time. Why couldn't you do it? It's not quite the same. And in perspective, no matter what reason I came up with, or come up with, it'll never make sense. Everything sounds very stupid when I look back, you know? Not that it makes things easier. I won't ever get to speak to her ever again, and it feels bad because it's stupid. I swear, you and my sister meant one another. You both moved on after all that, but neither had the courage to go back and say you're sorry. And like I said, berating myself over those past mistakes won't bring her back. I miss her so much, though. We were together all the time, always talking about dumb stuff. I wouldn't call my parents useless, but she was the one I could always talk to. I feel her absence every day. Everything is just so quiet now. She was an amazing person. Yeah, she was an amazing person. Huh? Mourning is fine and all, but we should be celebrating her life. If she was here, she would tell us that there's no fun in sulking for so long. She told you that all the time. The same way she told you to stop rubbing things in people's faces. Both figuratively and literally. Hey, I was 8 back then. So, let's have a toast in her honor, shall we? A toast? Yeah, let me get you a drink. A drink? Don't worry, trust me. Let's make something to toast Gaby with, preferably something sweet. Like a sugar rush. All mixed. And yes, we are not giving the girl alcohol. Grab this for a sec. Okay. Lenore, I know you're watching from beyond... I know you're watching from the beyond right now, as I give a drink to your little sister. It's obvious to me now that we were both meant to make amends at some point, but we never got around to it. I can't apologize to you anymore, but I can at the very least make you rest easier. So know that I'll look out for Gaby in your absence. I'll make sure Gaby grows into a fine woman, just like you were. I'll always be there for her. I'll be sure the little brat doesn't face the same problem you and I had. Hey! Want to add anything? I'll always miss her. Don't say it to me, say it to her. That's a bit... Come on, just this once. I'll always miss you, sis. Sis. Sis, you idiot! Why'd you keep that secret for so long? Idiot! Idiot! I always told you everything. Wasn't I enough, you idiotic idiot? Ah! Hey, Jill, promise me you won't be like that knucklehead. That you won't keep stuff like that to yourself. Only if you promise the same to me. And I promise we won't fight. I can't do that. Huh? You and I are both too thick-headed. Sooner or later we'll clash on some opinion. But what can I promise? I can promise is that I won't run away like last time. We'll both cool off and talk it over like the adults we are. I'm not an adult. Let's face it, you've been more mature than I have. Hey, did you mean what you said? That you look after me? I'll always be here for you, Gaby. I mean, I'm not Lenore, but I wouldn't dare leave my little sister alone. Jill. Hey, wasn't this a toast? Right. For Lenore, faithful sister and girlfriend. Cheers. Cheers. So, about this drink. Can I drink it? Do you like it? Take a sip. It's not bad. Why not drink it then? You're with an adult. We might as well break the alcohol taboo here and now. There's no alcohol in it. Right. Now that I think back to it, didn't your sister give you a beer once as a prank? Oh yeah, that. It was April Fool's. I should have known better than when she offered me an apple soda. I put bubblegum on the soles of all her shoes in retaliation. She walked funny, and my jaw hurt for the rest of the day. Yeah, but did you know you got my drink that time? Huh? She gave me a beer and it turned out to be apple soda. Oh. Did you get back at her? Well, I did hide all the dildos in the house that night, only to find out she knew how to use a cucumber. Okay. Sure. And as a follow-up, she used that same cucumber in a salad. Oh. Oh, why are girls so gross? She said, so, do you like eating me for lunch? Jill? I'll tell you when you're older. Or never at all. Hey, Gaby, do your parents know you're here? They think I'm at Clary's, actually. Who? Oh, she's my best friend at school. And this Clary knows you're using her as an excuse, right? Of course. How would she cover me otherwise? True. Will you go to her house afterwards? To be honest, I didn't think that far. Maybe I will. I do live in another district, but Clary doesn't live close by, so... Well, it can't be helped. I live nearby and the streets aren't exactly safe at night. Why not stay with me tonight? Are you sure? I don't live in a mansion, but I'd say it's comfy enough. At least to spend the night. says the guys who's married. Hey, the fact that I am married means I can say girls are gross. Especially when they do that. Ugh. Sure, I'd love to stay with you. Great. Hey, does your dad still have that bakery? His bread was really good. Yep, he opened a second branch last year. So he's looking to expand. I think he got into a partnership with a friend in Motor District. The guy saw an opportunity after realizing Motor District has almost no bakeries. I still remember when your sister introduced me to him. He started shouting, I knew it! I fucking knew you were a lesbian! Mark one for daddy! I think he had this bet with an acquaintance of his ever since my sis was 12 years old or something. Dad said sis was into girls, the acquaintance didn't believe him. He bet a beer on whether he was right or not. That beer bottle is still in the fridge. It's even labelled Sweet Victory. Your mum and Lenore never made up, did they? I guess that one wasn't as simple as that said one too many things argument. Mum was always obsessed with high society and in a circle of friends a lesbian daughter was a no-no. I'm still on my sister's side for that one though. Mum didn't reject her because she was herself was homophobic, she did it because her friends were. Well, that's kind of the same thing. Like, my mum didn't reject her because she was homophobic, she did it because her friends were. But she still rejected her, so that was, in theory, homophobic. To Mum, the opinion of her circle of friends was worth more than her own daughter. How did she react to her death? Dunno, Mum and Dad broke up 2 years ago. They did. They never got married, so there was no proper divorce. I haven't seen her since August, I think. Did you two fight too? No, she just hasn't showed up. You must have felt alone, huh? I've been there. A bit, but I'm not alone anymore, thanks to you. Huh? I thought there was going to be a party here. Alma, over here. Party? A small New Year celebration. Want to stay for it? I don't want a kid to burden. Don't worry, you won't. You'll only get colour for the night, though. Oh, no alcohol. It'll give us the time to catch up even more. I can introduce you to some friends. Are you in? If you don't mind me. Great. Hey, Alma, come here. There's someone I want to introduce to you. And there we go. So yeah, I had a feeling that the New Year's party would be the wrap-up for the game. And it was nice being able to, you know, reconnect with Gaby and talk about what happened with Lenore and everything. So that's pretty cool. There we go. That is Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartender Action. So, I guess now the credits are rolling, I will wrap up with some of my thoughts. I like this, you know? I like visual novels, and this is a different visual novel. I can see that's it as the question. So this game is around 10 to 18 hours, according to how long to beat. So I guess there is, in theory, other ways to replay this game and get different outcomes. I mean, you give them different drinks, right? And they give you different answers. You can try and get people drunk, although I did try that and it didn't seem to work. So, yes, we stay homeless. That's why I didn't think that paying the rent was going to make too much of a difference. Although, I think Maxine in the last stream actually mentioned that it shouldn't matter too much if you can pay the rent either way. But no, I like this game. The fact that it's all about bartending is quite unique. I do kind of wish there was more of a structured overall thing to do. So in terms of other visual novel games I've played, there is Zero's Last Reward and 999, which is like a murder mystery kind of thing. And obviously there's the Ace Attorney games as well. So in Ace Attorney, you've got cases to solve and you've got to get an overall outcome to make sure your client is not found guilty. In 999, it's puzzle solving and murder mystery, like I mentioned, and when that has multiple endings to it. This, I think, it's more about enjoying the experience of the game. Like, it's the characters that make this. So you get to have streaming Chan, for example. It's like, I'm streaming the game right now. So that's a funny parallel to have, especially with the Twitch Dakimakura and stuff like that. Seeing the way the characters interact with each other, the way that the drinks you serve affects their, dialogue. I mean, I can't actually remember how we did the actual different dialogue. Thank you for the cheer, Water Demon. 20 bits for the end, and also thanks for all the voices you did. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, this is a unique game. I would say that it's, I don't know, how would I put it? Everyone who pre-ordered, you right there. Thank you. Mom, Dad, family and friends, thanks for all the support. This is for you. Yeah, I mean, I like this game. I appreciated it. I do think it took me a lot longer to actually play through it than I should have taken. Like, if I had played through this day after day after day, I would have remembered the drinks orders, or like the usual orders. And in fact, I was actually expecting there to be a lot more of that. So making sure that Jill is not distracted means that you can, you know, you've got the reminder on the bottom left corner about what drink to make. But I was expecting more of, remember whose drink this is. What do they like? Can you give them the usual day after day after day? And that didn't happen as much as I thought it would. It happens with Donovan D. Dawson. Happens with Alma. Oh, did you have fun? Yeah, it was pretty cool. Do I need to interact with the credits now? Did you have fun? Let's press it. Ah! Yep, I also got to meet a cat boomer. Why did your boss hug you, though? Oh, it's Jill and Gaby talking to each other. Okay. And it automatically scrolled. I didn't press a button there, so. She's that kind of person. Now, let's sleep. You were dozing off back there. You're right. Good night, Jill. Good night, Gaby. We'll play some more tomorrow. Good night. It's weird. The text scroll for the title went really quickly, like the laying the scene exposition, but this is going really slowly. There we go. 2016 Sukeban Games. Gracias, Peluche. Okay, so if I click a button, what happens? Nothing so far? Okay. Probably just a long, slow fade out again. Cat's Boomer is the highlight of the meeting, hands down. Oh, yes, definitely. Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? There's lots of characters in this to get attached to. There's Dorothy, she has a mental age of 24, but she's supposed to look 12, and that's like a very, unique thing to happen. And the fact that the setting of the game is all cyberpunk and everything is quite interesting. Wow! February 1st. I am getting evicted. To think I'd be evicted. They are pretty ruthless. You don't even allow you to skip 1 month. I was 2 months late already, actually. Jill. At least it wasn't because you spent too much money on useless stuff, right? Right? About that. Forget it, I don't want to hear. Let's go to sleep. Tomorrow you'll regroup and think what to do next. Yeah. Thanks for letting me stay here, by the... Whoa, your bed is huge! A queen size. Considering I lived with a guy for at least 4 years. It can get lonely, but it's also really comfortable. Just like single life, I guess. Hope you don't mind sleeping with me, but there's not enough space on the futon in here. I haven't slept on a mattress in, over 2 years now. That can be good for your back. And bad for my morale. Anyways, good night. Nighty-night. Oh, that's great. Look at that. All bundled up together, and Jill's just like, why? It's hot in here. Having her hug me certainly doesn't help. I don't want to wake her up either. She looks so comfortable right now. I wonder if Boss would have let me crash in her place. Oh well, let's try to sleep a bit and... Oh, the cat's there as well. No, go away. No, you piece of fur. Don't you dare sleep on my foot. Alma to the rescue. They never explained the girl no one could see but you. Yeah. Here you can now save heart data. Loading heart data from the title screen or bar will let you start over from day one while keeping your items and money. So yes, you can go ahead and buy everything as a New Game Plus. Thank you for playing. Okay, well, let's make a save. Day 1, New Game Plus, heart data. So if I exit this, what happens? Goes to the intro screen. Okay. Well, there you go. You can go ahead and do... Oh, look at that. Jill and Gaby together on the intro screen. Cool. So yeah, New Game Plus. But, you know, I think I got what I wanted out of this game. Yeah, it's, you know, it's a visual novel. You play it, you can replay it, see the different outcomes, but for streaming it, I think that will do. So yeah, cool. Alright, yeah, it's a cute game. It's a different game. Like, I think there should be more games like this that are, you know, highlighted and made, you know, people are made aware of them. So that wraps up the stream. Thanks for watching it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the game. If you want to see more streams like this, or other streams that we do, you can follow us at twitch.tv/RiggyRob. We have a campaign for the support of the Black Lives Matter movement. So in the chat, if you put in !BLM, you get a link to the Tiltify donation campaign for I Need Diverse Games. So the Minnesota Freedom Fund was not taking donations as of 2nd of June, according to their website. So Tiltify suggested I Need Diverse Games. So any, you know, donations made through that link will go straight to them. I think it gets handled through Streamlabs, so it shouldn't go through like any third parties or anything. So yeah, so you can do that using !BLM or Black Lives Matters for that. We do still have our sub goal, so if we have 15 subscribers, I will go ahead and shave my head. I need a haircut, so I may think about, you know, doing that kind of thing anyway, but we'll see if we meet that goal or not. I do want to unlock the next sub point emote slot, I think it is, and that's at 15 sub points. So whether we need to have 15 subscribers or whether we can have less and have more points, I don't know. But yeah, that's another goal I want to meet. I will make sure this gets uploaded to YouTube at RiggyRob Pimmsy Play. So the link to that will be in the Twitch chat now. That's youtube.com/RiggyRob Pimmsy Play. You can also follow us on Discord and Twitter, and that'll tell you when we go live as well. And, you know, just keep updated on various other things that we are, you know, talking about. Feel free to talk to us about anything. There is lots of things going on in the world right now. And if someone needs someone to talk to, we are available. So you can do that through Discord or through Twitter. Underneath our stream, we should have a Twitch panel that has a countdown to our next stream. We go live on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. That is 8 p.m. BST, GMT, UK, whatever time zone it is, on the weekdays, which is 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, and 10 a.m. on Sundays, so that's 5 a.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. Pacific. So we've wrapped up Valhalla. I'm trying to think. I'm looking at my calendar to see if I've got a list of the backlog games. Oh, we got some of the games we can play. I might do more games to help with the supporting of the Black Lives Matter movement. Might just carry on and go back to games that I've started and haven't finished yet. I don't know yet, but we'll see. So yeah, that wraps it up. Thanks for watching the stream, guys, and I'll see you all next time.